I I think their biggest babyface, as much as I want to say Cody Rhodes, because he's the one that's going to be doing all these shows as well. Like they laid out Cody Rhodes' week. Like anytime John Cena's around as much as he is right now, it's John Cena. Like Cena is still the top babyface in WWE if he's around this much. And as long as he's showing up every week on either Raw or SmackDown, it's going to be really tough to unseat Cena as the number one babyface.
So with this new storyline that Cody Rhodes is in, do you feel like he's gone down a few pegs as far as popularity? This whole thing, it's flat. It seems like they're just like stretching and just wasting time until Survivor Series. I personally don't like it. I don't like this whole thing of Cody. I'm gonna bring in main event. I'm gonna bring in one of the Usos, and it's kind of like, really, like you're just kind of wasting time to me. That's not a hot storyline for me.
I completely agree. Like Cody feels like he's just spinning his wheels, but like I get what you're saying with Cena, but that reaction from Cena of him being like, "Oh my God, like I get to team with LA Knight," like him sort of giving that rub, like it's LA Knight for me right now, but I see that ending in a few months because I think he's going to be in that spot where he's not going to be chasing anything. Like
exactly,
maybe he gets fed to Roman at Survivor Series, but like there does come a point where like there's an expiration on this right now.
Too bad we can't get a LA Knight Gunther situation happening.
Yeah, even that. Like, I'd be cool. Like, if LA Knight's the one to end Gunther's run, that'd be great for him.
Just challenging for it, right? Just challenging for it. Just a fresh opponent.
Right.
That's all. I mean, I don't know if LA Knight can hang with Gunther, quite frankly.
That's fair, yeah.
I don't know if he can.
Just get his chest chopped to oblivion.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. So again, it just keeps coming back to John Cena, and maybe it's unfair because in the short sprints that he now has with the company, like when they did the Summer of Cena, I think that was 2 or 3 years ago now, coming right out of the pandemic, or whatever run they have going on now for however long it's just going to feel fresh. Whereas for Cody, it's just not fresh. Like you said, they're spinning their wheels. And the other thing about Cody is he's going to be in limbo until we know for sure or not if Dwayne's showing up at WrestleMania 40. Because
I was going to say the promo he had on Monday was kind of awkward.
They've done that a couple times with him where they instead of doing the backstage interview because they want the crowd to pop and do the whoa with his theme music, so they do the interview out in front of everybody, even though it ends up being just a 30-second backstage interview. They're wasting time because they've got 3 hours to fill on Monday night.
But I think that adds to it because we've talked about it this show about keeping guys special. There are Mondays where we see Cody 3 times on that show.
That's true. I just
that's
don't
a
like
lot.
Brian, I just don't like the storyline that he's in right now.
Sure.
That's it. That's all. I guess the answer to the question is Cena, but I think the LA Knight's very close. But the Cena thing is because when people know that Cena's coming to town, it solidifies a sellout. Yeah. People want to see Cena because it just shows you, man. It's the old expression in wrestling. How can I miss you if you never go away?
Right.
That's the old expression, right? And so people got tired of Cena. Wrestling was not cool when Cena was the champion. I mean, he had Big Match John, beating everybody, never losing matches. If he lost matches, he'd get his title right back. People got tired of they were resenting him, booing him. No boost for Cena now because he's been away for a long time. So that's what makes him right now the top babyface because when he comes to town, it's sellouts every time. He can go on the road and still be able to sell tickets. But I think LA Knight's a very close second. Now, again, it's all about the booking. You could tell that WWE believes LA Knight, but not yet.
Right.
It's very Bryan Danielson. It's very Chris Benoit, very CM Punk, where it's like, you could be the guy, but not really the guy. Right. That's kind of how I feel about LA Knight.
Yeah, where they're just kind of, okay, we'll see how long you can do this for. And if you get to a certain point, then maybe we'll put you over. It's the same thing. I mean, because Sammy was, at the beginning of the year, Sammy was super over. They cool him off, right? Yeah. And now him and KO have been relatively cool the last couple of weeks.